Hey, good morning. Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm Carolyn Bishop. I'm your business with balance coach, and I'm coming to you today after it's been a week. It's been a week. I've had some major epiphanies. You might have seen my video that I think it was Monday that I posted in here. Let me make sure that we are live in the group. We got nobody on yet normally, but I didn't do my emails. I didn't do my notifications, and it's okay, you guys. It's all about imperfect progress, right? So let me just make sure that we are actually in the group, because today what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the things that really rocked my world, the mindset shift that I became aware of. I touched on that in the other video. I'm not going to go into that, but oh, yay, thanks. We have a couple of people coming on live now. So thank you guys. I know I didn't do my normal notifications or the email. Good. Okay, I can see here with me. So I've had quite a week. I've had quite a personal week, like just having these breakthroughs and just realizing that I wasn't doing things the way that I wanted to. And I was like stuck at this, granted, a very nice level, but still stuck, and stuck sucks. Let's just put it that way, right? Stuck sucks. And so I've been doing some shifting since this breakthrough happened. And maybe let me know, did you, hey, hi, you guys. Thank you for commenting. Let me know, did you see the video? Have you watched the video? I did pin it on the top. How embarrassing. But yes, I was like, all right, this is me, raw, real, and messy. So let me know if you saw the video, and if you know what I'm talking about. I had a major breakthrough, which created a breakdown, which is creating some exciting shifts in my business and what I'm doing and where I'm going. And you'll notice, like today, not in my fancy video office. I don't have the lights. I'm just sitting downstairs at, a place that I normally work. I'll sit down here so we don't have to have the AC on at both levels. That's partly what it is. I mean, yes, we economize too, right? So, what I want to do is share with you a few things that really came to light for me that could be helpful for you. Okay, so if you missed it, Paige, it's still there. It's at the top of the group. It is pinned. And let me just give you a really quick summary. I had a session with a coach who is an expert in mindset. And he walked me through some questions. Actually, there were two of them. She's a strategy coach. He was a mindset coach. It was this beautiful marriage between these amazing two people. Not a real marriage, just a partnership. And I volunteered for a hot seat, which I normally don't do because I like sitting in the background. I like kind of just keeping my front up. And that was part of what I uncovered about myself, is that I'm okay with visibility. I always thought, I don't have visibility issues. I've been speaking to tens of thousands of people before. I don't have problems with that. But there was something that was said previously to the hot seat in one of their things that the strategy coach, she actually said, I realized that I was willing to be visible as long as I was seen in a certain light. And I went, oh, that's me. That's me. I want to be perceived as like super knowledgeable and knowing it all and having it all together, and letting people know, like, I do make great money and I do have an amazing life and I do have all this. So as long as they see that, it was all great. But there's also a lot of crap too. There's also a lot of crap behind the scenes. And I would share that strategically, and we don't want to dump our stuff on other people when we're going through it, but it's okay to be human. And so I started to realize that I was trying to show up authentically, but I wasn't really showing up authentically, right? Like I wasn't speaking like the real me. I could feel it almost when the camera went on. I was suddenly more poised and suddenly more perfect, and I would get almost of like a video voice, if that makes sense. Do you guys ever find yourself, is anybody else with it, that you kind of get this video voice? And the funny thing is I don't do it with my clients. I don't do it with the people behind the scenes, but I guess subconsciously I have this thing that I have to put on a front when I go live to the masses. And I didn't realize I was even doing it. And so it was this great big epiphany. And I was like, oh my gosh. And let me look at how this is affecting me. And I started to realize that it was starting to affect not only how I was presenting and that I wasn't truly being me to the core, but that I was also starting to, it was even deeper. I was doubting myself. I was wondering if I was good enough. That ceiling that I was talking about that I hit, I've done it in all my businesses. And that's where I was like, this is why I finally got on that hot seat that I was like, screw it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna look like an idiot. I'm gonna admit all my flaws. I'm gonna admit that I always get to this level. And granted, it's a very good level, but it still is so frustrating that I can build a business really fast and I'll get to this certain level and then it caps off. And I'm like, why can't I grow it anymore? And I was at this point of frustration because I've hit that level with the Breakthrough with Balance Academy and what I'm doing now. And I even took a little dip and I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is wrong with me? What is going on? And I have a very nice life. And I have to say, I'm very grateful that I don't have to worry about the financial piece of it because my businesses are so strong. But I have 7 staff members to pay. Like, I have people that I am monthly helping their families, helping them, and they're amazing. And I'm not going to let anybody go. So when I took that dip, I started freaking out. And I'm like, how am I doing this? How long can I sustain this? What's happening? What do I need to switch? And this was a few months ago that this started. And I was like, oh, it's the industry. It's the time right now. I started blaming it on the world and kind of going outside of me, not looking inward. I looked outward, right? But are you guys getting me? I'm kind of rambling. Yes, you hate video voice. Thank you. I just wanted to check in. I can see your comments over here. Are you guys with me? Is this making sense so far? I don't know if you can relate to any of this, but this is what I'm going through right now. And so what happened was a few months ago as things started to dip and I was like, all right, how long can we sustain this? What's happening? I started to switch things up. I started to do things that I saw other people were doing successfully. I started to shift how I was doing my offers, like what I was selling, to do something that I thought might be more successful, that would get that monetary level back up to where I wanted it to be so that I could pay all my staff and do all the things. And I started to shift. I started to shift how I was offering it. I started to shift how I was explaining it. I started to shift the focus of my free events that were leading people to me. And I didn't even realize that it was getting worse because I was losing me. I was losing me. Now I'm still here and everything I was sharing was still knowledge from me. It was still mine. It was still from my experience. So you guys may not have even noticed it, but my staff did. My team did. They're like, something's different. It doesn't feel right. We don't have that same energy. So Christy, thank you again for your phone call. Because she saw my first raw video when I was like, oh my gosh, like here I am. And I'm telling you, I've been screwed up lately and I'm back. And she called me right after and just said, I've been feeling it, but nobody knew how to voice it because I couldn't voice it. And so anyway, that was on Monday. Was it Monday that I came on here live and just broke down? So yay, you get to see me blubber. That's okay. Real raw, right? That's what we're talking about. Is we can't work on authenticity. We just have to be authentic. And oh, you got me, snot and all. So thank you again, Christy, for that phone call. And oh, you watched it. Yes. Oh, thank you guys. You see, you're very relatable when the bad stuff happens. Yeah, because we start to think, what's wrong with me? Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Cheryl. And that was one of the big things that that I started working through with this mindset coach, is that started to realize that when I hit that level in my businesses and I cap out, I have this subconscious story, this loop that I keep telling myself that I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough to go beyond it. And the fact that I can't go beyond it, that I haven't been able to go beyond it, just proves that I'm not worthy. So I'm not going beyond it because I feel like I'm not worthy. And then I'm looking at the stats and saying, yeah, I must not be worthy because I can't go beyond it. And I have this vicious loop in my head that's been causing me to stop. And so I don't know, maybe you've got something like that too, where you start to doubt yourself or you start to shift and then you start to look outside like I did because I have an amazing coach. This is not the mindset coach. I have another, my business coach, and I started to like move to what she was doing and thinking, well, I should teach that, or maybe I should do that. And maybe I should get away from the business with balance because I need to get more into like the business strategy. And then I was even to the point, honestly, I was like, maybe I should like get into funnel building and the tech. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? I hate tech. That's why I have Katie on my team who's amazing at tech. But when we get there, it hurts. It hurts. It sucks. So, oh, yay, Christy, I see you're here with me. So here's the deal. So where this comes from for you and how, first of all, I just wanted to share this so that if you're ever catching yourself getting stuck at a level, that first of all, like digging in and going, all right, what's happening? What's happening here? And it took me four businesses, you guys, direct sales, which, I just retired from 3 years ago. So 19 years in direct sales. I kept capping out there. I kept hitting a certain level. And then private coaching. And that one, I'd always told myself that I was capping out because I didn't have more time on my calendar and I could only take so many clients, which is why then I shifted to doing courses. And then the courses I capped out, and the courses I was, again, looking for outside reasons. I was going, well, it's because I don't really believe in it because courses are just courses. People need personal help. And so that was the reason I kept telling myself that, oh, my business is capping at this level again because, I know that people need more personal attention. And so then I shifted my focus from selling courses to building the Breakthrough with Balance Academy. And it's been about 3 years now. And I hit that cap level really fast. We built really, really quickly because I built businesses. I know how to do it and what to do. But again, I got to that stupid level and I was like, what is going on? So I was like, well, I just need to hire staff. And I hired these amazing women and I'm so grateful I did. And they're incredible. And then I was like, well, maybe I just need to have a variation of offers. And I kept looking outside at what I was missing, not looking inside at what I felt I was missing. And that was the biggest piece. And so this wasn't, I have a script, you guys, actually, not a script, but this is my official script. Okay, I wrote down the things I wanted to make sure that you walked away with today so that you had value out of this and it wasn't just you listening to me ranting, but I hope you're getting something from it. Is something resonating? Will you guys say resonating in the chat? Will you just say hashtag resonating if any of this is resonating for you? Where you catch yourself looking outside. What can I fix? What can I change? What do I need to do differently? What have I not got in place? And oh, that must be the reason that it's not working. And and we look to strategy because it's the easy answer sometimes. And sometimes it is the answer. Sometimes there are pieces missing. Like when I teach the pillar path, if you're missing one of those pillars, the 5 F's. I love that. Christy said, I loved when you called them the 5 F's. And I was like, you know what? Me too. And yes, they are the core pillars of business, but the 5 F's, it's just simpler, right? And sometimes it is the strategy piece that's missing. Sometimes it is those parts that need to get in place. But I would say more often than not, it's something in here or in here that's holding us back. A belief in ourselves, a belief in the ability to actually get there, a wondering if we're good enough, wondering if we're worthy. Like that's what I was doing. And obviously I had a level of feeling good enough and feeling worthy enough to get my businesses to the level that they're at. But then it wasn't there. And so that's what I'm working on now, like feeling, oh, I'm getting emotional again. I don't want to, because I want to give you some pointers today. Feeling worthy enough to be in a position that this. So again, my loop was I was looking at the scoreboard and going, well, obviously I'm not good enough to get beyond that yet. So I have to go fix something. But I wasn't getting beyond that in the scoreboard because I wasn't feeling good enough. I wasn't feeling worthy. I wasn't feeling like a 7-figure entrepreneur. I can build 6-figure businesses all day long, but we would have a $35,000 lunch, and then we'd have a $12,000 lunch, and then we'd have a $25,000 lunch, and then we'd have a $15,000 lunch. And I know these numbers sound wonderful, but keep in mind, I got a staff too, right? So when we do those like $15,000 lunches, I was like, oh, okay. So especially with kid heading to college next year, right? Like I want that excess. Do you want excess? Say excess if you want excess. If you want excess too, will you guys put the word in excess? Like I just want to, and I've had these stages in my life where, you just have the excess money and it's there. And if you want to go on vacation, you just go and all that. But balance, you guys know, obviously that's my key. Balance is my thing. So one of the things, whenever I have excess money, I hire somebody else. My goal is to work completely Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's it. And that's what my schedule is right now, but I still work Mondays and Wednesdays. So yes, excess. Yes, you want it too, Cheryl. Christy wants it too. Yes, who else wants excess? Lisa, I see you here saying excess. Absolutely. Like that excess is freedom. That excess is impact, like the things that we can do for other people, the charities we can contribute to, like I want to go on a missions trip to Africa. I've been inspired by that lately. Like it's something I want to do because I want my kids exposed to that third world area and have that to broaden their vision. I've been there already, but I want to take my kids. And I want to be able to have things running in a way that I can my businesses are all very, very automated and running that way, but I want to not worry about, hey, but I've got to launch, or hey, but I've got to put that thing out. Like, so I get it. I think what I'm telling you is I get it. Like, even though my businesses are very strong, I still get it. I still worry about college coming up. I still worry about, all these college visits we're doing. Like, yeah, and it's because I keep capping myself out too. So here are the three things. Uh-oh, I lifted up my notes and then I put it down. Oh, it fell through. Hang on. Okay, so I have three things for you that from all of me going through all my crap right now that I want to remind you of the three main pieces that we all want to have in place, that we all want to remember all the time. So if you do want to grab a piece of paper and pen, three things, that's it. Three things that really make the difference is number one, we have to have a clear path where we're going on. When I started side rooting of, well, maybe I'll do what she's doing, meaning my coach, and I'll start this, and maybe I'll build funnels, or maybe I'll go there, and all these thoughts have been coming through my head. I wasn't clear. And so everything was taking me twice as long. I wasn't communicating with my team as much as I normally do, like my staff, my amazing women that I'm surrounded by, because I was having to pull into myself to figure out what I was doing. And anytime we get lost in that and we don't have the clear path of where we're going, it's going to hold us down. It's going to hold us down. So we have to have a clear path. And because the other thing is when the path isn't clear, we can only do so much at a time. And if we're not clear on the path, hang on, I'm just going to put my notes up here. They keep falling. If we don't have the clear path, we try and do it all at the same time. You ever felt that? Does anybody do it all? Just do it all in the chat. Do it all. I'm just going to do it all. I'm going to work on finding people, and I'm going to work on feeding them. And then I'm going to work on having a better offer. And then I'm going to work on like taking care of my clients even better. And then I'm going to increase this, and I'm going to improve that, and I'm going to make that better. And we're bouncing all over the place, trying to fix it all, trying to do it all. Oh my gosh, it is exhausting. Yes. Would you say exhausting? Anybody else get exhausted? Like I'm exhausted right now because I've been doing that. I got a cold sore. I'm congested. Yes, it's the fog at the top of the mountain. Oh my gosh, yes, exactly. It's the fog at the top of the mountain, and it makes it really hard to go down the mountain without feeling fearful, without feeling hesitant, without doubting ourselves. So it makes that mindset stuff even worse. And it makes it slower. And that's why, of course it wasn't growing again. Of course it wasn't breaking through that ceiling because it was like unclear. I was bouncing. And you know what? On Monday, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm not the coach you think I am. And I was feeling less than. But since then, I've been working through it. And what I've come to realize is I'm meant to go through this right now. And I think not only for me, but for this entire group, for all the women who are watching and following me, because it reminded me like, oh my gosh, when you're in that fog, when you can't see clearly, when you don't have the clear path, it sucks. It sucks. We got to get out of it. And so I'm like, all right, meant to go through this. Bring it on. Bring it on. Because if it's going to make me a better coach, a better leader, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I want to not only break through that ceiling for my family, my staff, my team, my business, the charities that I support, all of that. That's part of it. I want the monetary expansion that I'm looking for, but I want to be a better leader. Like, I want to be able to come on here and get teary-eyed and tell you about my crap so that you don't feel alone. And yeah, that's tough for me. I will say it's tough to be this raw. Okay, I didn't want to cry today. See, trying not to, but so yes, I've had my breakthrough. Hey, Julie. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're on here. Another member of our amazing team. Okay, so that's number one. Number one, we have to have the clear path because otherwise it's going to suck. It's busier, it's harder, it's slower. We got to have the clear path. Okay, number two, we have to work in our fruit plate. It has to match you. The stuff that I started shifting to, yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I mean, I could build funnels and I could teach you how to build funnels. But that is not my thing. That's not my thing. It doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't bring me excitement. It doesn't bring me love. It brought me money. Ugh. Okay, which is nice, yes, but it's not who I am. Who I am is this. It's the passion. It's about how is your day-to-day going to get better? How is your life going to get easier? How are you going to truly be able to show up as you so that you can truly attract the people that you're meant to work with, that you can truly like just enjoy your days while you're building this kick butt business. Yes, a business that does give you that monetary flow, a business that does let you expand into like realms of people that you never even knew that you could impact and influence. So you can be that leader that you envision yourself to be. Right? But it has to be from our fruit plate. Because can I ask you, if you feel it right now, put the word different in the chat. Put the word different in the chat if you feel like I'm coming towards you a little differently than I have been recently. Like, do you feel the difference? I do. Maybe you don't. And so, maybe you're like, no, you seem the same to me other than more emotional, right? I heard you were in your period, so maybe that's it. But if you're feeling a difference in me, I feel a difference in me. I'm feeling different. And it's because, yeah, okay, I see Julie, one of my team members, right? With me all the time, saying that I'm different right now. Lisa's saying different. Cheryl's saying different. Like, I'm glad it's coming across. Thank you guys for putting that in there. Because when we get back to our fruit plate, when we get back to who we are, when we get back to our true natural passions, our true natural self, be and achieve. Remember those things I have behind me in my actual professional video office? That when we be ourselves, people feel it and we can be more powerful. We can be more impactful. We can get better results. We really can, because people are like, you guys have all said it. You've been so kind and loving and encouraging. That makes me emotional again. On your comments, just saying like, thank you, because I've been feeling this too, or I've been here. And so me having this public breakdown, is moving other people. And so this is me reminding myself while I'm talking about this too, like when I'm truly me, when I come to you authentically, truly authentically, not trying to be authentically, but truly authentically with my crap and all, I think we're going to be able to move a lot faster. And that's because I'm back to my fruit plate. Okay, so then three is you need experts. You need experts and you need lots of them. And I wanted to share that with you because I wouldn't have got to this breakthrough had I not spent time with that mindset guy. I do a lot of mindset work. I even share mindset stuff in my program. I have daily routines. I have things like I'm always doing mindset work because I know our mindset is such a huge part of our success. So I would have said, oh, yeah, I can teach you mindset. I can do this. But this guy, that's all he does. Like, gets into your subconscious mind, helps you find those loops, helps you then work through those loops. He's an expert at that. And if I hadn't gotten with him and had him work with me, I'd still be stuck. I'd still be there. I'm hoping this is my breakthrough. But if it's not, I know where to go. And if it is, if I hadn't spent that time with him, I would have never had this breakthrough. I would have probably lost staff members because of the frustration that I was feeling, or having to let people go, or just not wanting to hear it from other people and feeling resistance. I may have had my businesses start to go down significantly, like because I would have been angry or frustrated, or this isn't working, or I would have changed my focus. We need outside help. We need experts, and we need lots of them, because what we really want to have is specialists in different areas. And of course, I know we can't get them all at the same time, right? Like, we can't work on everything at the same time, just like when I'm talking about the 5 apps, the pillars. But we need experts. And so I'm not saying you have to drop everything and go take your life savings and go hire a bunch of experts. No, don't do that. Never start from a place of stress. Okay. You'll hold yourself back without even knowing it. But what I want you to do is really think about where I'm taking advice from. Is that person really the expert in that? And if not, how can I seek that? And so all of these 3 things, you must have a clear path. You have to be working from your fruit plate, and you need experts. I'm going to wrap up with this. Led me to some changes that affect you, possibly, that I'm going to be doing moving forward. And I'm going to make myself more accessible. Let's just put it that way. That's the easiest way to summarize it. I'm going to make myself more accessible. And so I shifted my offers a little bit, not because I'm doing stuff that I wasn't doing before, but I'm doing them better, stronger, and more people are going to have access to them. And so I now have created, and it's still in the works because this is like literally since Monday with all my breakthroughs and epiphanies. We're going to have things where you can actually like have personal attention for as low as $197 a month, whereas before my lowest was like 6 something. Okay. So I'm going to have 3 levels of offers. And of course, there's going to be different levels of access based on that, because I'm, one person, my team are only people 2. And so we do have a limited amount of time. But we're going to set it up so that it's reachable. It's more affordable. It is something that if you truly are somebody who connects with me, connects with our philosophies, connects with our team, that you can actually get in, because doing a course or a podium speech, it's so limiting, right? So we need people, we need those experts. And so I'm going to make myself more accessible. Not everything's sorted out yet with how I'm going to do all the pieces, but I have it ready, like in terms of you can start and move in. So if you have talked to me in the past and you just have been like, I can't do that, but I want to work with you, book a call with me. And I'll walk through some of the new options. And I'm not going to put links out because I don't have links yet, but the offer's there. Like, we can start right away. So that's why I'm just going to say book a call and we can see what's right for you. So if you have been wanting to work with me and it hasn't felt accessible before, book a call, because now I have a feeling that I'm hoping that there might be something accessible for you. Because before, my only lower priced stuff was a course and bye-bye. And that was one of the things that I had done during that season where I wasn't me, because I don't believe in that. I know we need personal help. I know not even help. We just need somebody to talk stuff through with. Somebody who's been there, somebody who gets it, somebody who has already had the success that you're wanting. And I started selling my course again. And since my breakdown on Monday, we'll just call it that. Sure, why not? I realized that That's not me. I don't believe in that. I stopped selling my courses because I know we all need to be able to talk things through and figure it out for ourselves. And so that's one of the changes, is that even the lower priced offers will have connection and personal contact. So yeah, so book a call. And then we will be doing another boot camp October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're going to be redoing the boot camp that we just did. I'm going to like redo it back as me, back with the things that I really believe in, not trying to be the strategic, let me, prove that I know what I'm doing person, which is who I was showing up with. I think really that's what it was in my head, though. I just have to prove it. Like they need to understand that I've done this. And I was coming from that energy rather than the energy of, all right, let's get down to your fruit plate. Let's get down to, really making this about you and me and being real. So I'm redoing it. I'm going to redo that boot camp. So if you want to join us again, the link is not ready yet. Again, I told you it was raw. I'm so unprepared, but it's going to be open again October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So write those dates down, save them in your calendar, book a call with me if you want to find out about these 3 new offers that I'm doing that have more personal touch. And then, which is just carolynbishop.com/call. Christy, can you drop it in there? Would you mind? And then, so book a call, save the dates, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And here's one final one. If you are not getting emails from me regularly, I want you to go into your spam and your promotion folder, especially if you have a Gmail account. Go find an email from me. Do a search for my name, because they're getting filtered and you might miss out on stuff. And I'm going to have some really specials. Sound so salesy, but I'm going to be doing some special things coming up, and I want to make sure that you're not missing those emails. So go in, find them, and then respond to me. Respond, and you can even just say in the response, just responding to make sure these go on, into my email box and or your inbox, and make sure you're moving them, and maybe add me to your contacts or something like that. You want to whitelist me as much as possible by responding. Yeah, thank you, carolynbishop.com/call. So yeah, Cheryl, I see you. When I'm not authentic, I reach a place where I can't make myself do it anymore. Yeah, it's tiring, right? It's exhausting. We get worn down. It happens. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me through the last few months of me not feeling like me, honestly. Thank you for all your kind words as I publicly share all of this. And thank you for just, really knowing that you have it in you too, and sticking around. And even if it didn't feel right at times, like it wasn't feeling right for me, that inside you've got it, that you're a leader, you can be what you're envisioning up here. And that future that you want, it's there, because you wouldn't be able to picture it if it wasn't. And so, yeah, so I want to invite you to respond to the email, save the date for the boot camp. I'm going to try and get it out in the next couple days. And then what was the third thing I said to do? The email. Oh, get on the call. Get on the call if you're curious about the other options. If you've been wanting to work with me or our team, there are some different options available now. So, and there's one that's even $197. That's it. So that gives you some idea of how much more accessible it's going to be. So anyway, thank you. I'm Carolyn, your business with balance coach. And I really appreciate you guys staying with me to the end. So have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will be back next week, of course. But watch your emails this week. I'm going to be throwing out a few things for you. So anyway, have a great one. Thank you. Will you guys give me your favorite emoji? Let's end it with that. Let's do like favorite emoji. Throw your emoji in the chat to finish this off, because it is, you guys put it in the chat so it comes up in the conversations. I love emojis. And it's just going to end it on this nice light, like, did you have a breakthrough today? That's another thing I got away from. And Christy mentioned that. She goes, you don't use the word breakthrough anymore. Like, that's our signature thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. Like, that's how muddled my head has been trying to figure out this unclear, crazy path that I was trying to go on. This, it was almost like I was heading into a new business, which wasn't me, and I'm not doing that. No. I love the emojis, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Wednesday and book a call if you want to, or just go in and get that email, respond back to me that you've got it. So we'll make sure that you don't miss any of the stuff coming out. All right. Have a great day. Bye.